The objective of Design Management 732's course project is for the student facilitator to explore a problem with a group of non-designers through creative activities and lateral thinking strategies. The group selected is the Wellness and Prevention Center in San Clemente, California. The center was formed by local community members concerned about the mental health and drug use of San Clemente youth. The center is unique in that it provides a mental health counselor and wellness program located on the high school campus. The center also provides family counseling, classroom education, and community education events. The problem we will be addressing is how might we increase the Latino community's participation at the Wellness and Prevention Center. Approximately 20% of the San Clemente population is Latino. I had 3 activities planned for day 1. We began with an icebreaker activity of drawing a flower. In the center of the flower, participants would write their similarities. On the petals, an individual would write something unique about themselves that they did not share with other members of the group. The activity was meant to familiarize the group members with each other, but also point out how we are more alike than not and to create empathy for the Latino immigrants in San Clemente who may feel like outsiders. The list of assumptions was our second activity. It was meant to remind and educate the group of the services the center provides. As a group, they wrote on sticky notes all the services, activities, and responsibilities of the center. This list would also serve as a reference for the Day 2 activities. The last activity of the day was the Empty the Box activity. For this activity, I had the group first work individually. They were to write down 10 solutions to the problem, then collaborate with another person to build on each other's ideas and find 5 more solutions. This activity gave them some quiet time to work alone, but then to come together to pool their ideas.
I liked it. It went a lot faster than I thought it would. Sometimes like icebreakers can drag on, but it was like a really good amount of time and good group size, I think, too.
I thought it was good teamwork in there. I thought it was a good, and I did like separating out for a little bit to focus again and then going back together. I thought that was a good way to break it up.
I started out day 2 by organizing the list of assumptions and the Empty the Box boards from day 1. The list of assumptions were organized into the main services of the center. The ladder of abstraction was organized into categories of solutions: cultural understanding, language barrier, transportation and location, communication methods, and how to make the Latino audience feel welcome. The groupings were then approved by the center's staff. As Day 2's group began to introduce themselves, I immediately realized we had a language barrier problem. A majority of the participants spoke only Spanish, and additionally they were not fully aware of the center's services. On the positive side, I learned, through the interpreter, they were an energized group of community members that wanted to be involved and to be heard. The creative activities planned for the day, reverse assumptions activity, and perspective activity were not going to work. This group did not know enough about the center for the reverse assumptions activity, and the cultural references were too diverse for the perspective activity. What I decided to do instead was to listen to the discussions between the Latino group and translator. From these discussions, I was able to suggest to the group that we could include the Latino participants in a modified reverse assumptions activity, now called a cultural assumptions activity.
Use this time differently. What if, because one of our general concepts was a focus group. We have a focus group here. Yeah. Why don't we use our time differently and instead have this new group do the ladder of abstraction and come up with ideas based on what we already have up there. That's simple. Yeah.
With the translator, we read each sticky note from the Empty the Box idea pool to our Latino participants. We discussed, built upon their input, and then added the new ideas to the idea pool. The group then placed stickers on the ideas they were most excited about. Those ideas were then grouped according to our categories from day 1 and then roughly laid out on our visual storytelling board. We placed our audience in the center and then placed all the new actionable items around them. Solutions on the final board are: texting is the best way to communicate with the Latino audience. Events need to be walkable from downtown areas. The time should be after work hours and held at Latino-friendly locations such as Our Lady of Fatima Church, Las Palmas Elementary School, and the apartments in the Talega area. All literature should be translated, and the events should be created specifically for the Latino community. The events should not be English-speaking events with a translator in the back of the room. When the visual storytelling board was completed, following the directions from the board itself, we translated the work into Spanish. An additional decision was made to create a Latino coalition that would include our participants as the founding members.
I think it went well. In the beginning, when we realized that it was mostly Spanish-speaking individuals here, I was concerned. I didn't think that we were going to be able to connect everything and that the activities were going to work. But we were given the freedom to kind of change things up, and it made it a lot better, and we got a lot of good information, and we're able to go through these different concepts and ideas and really talk to the people who were here.
In reflection, the project was a success. We were able to provide solutions for the group's problem that fit within the design solution criteria, but I think more importantly, we were able to be a catalyst for the beginnings of the Latino Wellness and Prevention Center Coalition, which will forward Latino initiatives into the future.